Yo, Chosen Ones, I'm back with another video. I know, don't judge my hair at all. I'm coming out of a situation, but I got the long hair for a reason. But I'm gonna talk with y'all for a little while, man. Uh, got some real good conversation for y'all. Real good conversation. Chosen Ones, in this season, this is the season to be y'all. I got some good news, man. I came up with some beautiful information for my chosen ones out there. I know a lot of y'all feel isolated. I know a lot of y'all feel lonely. I know a lot of y'all feel like life is like got you boxed in. And I'm sitting here talking to myself, chosen ones. I inspire all of y'all to start doing that. I used to think it was crazy. I used to think it was something wrong with it. I still to this day be feeling like, yo, is my mom in there listening to me talking to myself? I promise you, she probably is. But guess what? Chosen ones, all you got in this lifetime is you, yourself, and I. But guess what? Your parents love you too, but guess what? They can't live for you. And guess what? What I found out as I'm talking to myself right now, I'm like, man, listen, it's nothing but terrain out here, chosen ones. Don't get it twisted. The world is an ugly place. But don't get it twisted. It's also a very beautiful, it's everything you make it. Don't get it twisted. This life is everything you gonna make it. And we be so caught up in fear, doubt, worry that we don't take chances and risks. But let me tell y'all what I was thinking to myself. It don't even be that. Because I know me, and I'm sure y'all know y'all, I'm a risk taker. I could hang with a group of people and they be like, oh, nah, bro, really be like moving around. Like, I know people probably think I'm really moving around type of person. Like I don't sit, like I don't just, but sitting still is nothing wrong with, but I know people probably look at me and they be like when I hang with people, I know they probably like, yo, he just went to the store, he just moved here. Like I'm not a sit still guy. That's why this, narcissism situation really messed me up because I'm like, man, that's not even like me to be like losing my memory and not really just like knowing what's what in like certain situations. Like, but chosen ones, I'm here to say, I'm here to say this. I came up with something very, very, very beautiful. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna start making products eventually for all the chosen ones and all the narcissistic, you know, slayers out there. I call it narcissistic slayers. And this is what I do to myself when I talk to myself. I come up with verbiage. Like it helps me very deeply, like to untie certain metaphysical attachments. Like it's like taking the venom off of Spider-Man. I took the venom off of me, the darkness. I'm like, man, because look what I told myself. I got some game for y'all, and it has everything to do with your ability to free yourself. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how much money, because that was one of my biggest problems, chosen ones. Financially, this is why I was even enmeshed with people and living with people and shacking up and being stuck in situations, and life was just, wasn't fun. Like life was not fun. But guess what? I came up with something so beautiful to the point where if I got $0 in my pocket, I still know how to have a beautiful day. I know how to make the most out of my days with $0. Like I know how to move around to a point where as though nobody can time or monitor or track or just nobody could do it because what I came up with was such a beautiful product for myself that I know that when I share it with y'all, it's gonna be something crazy. It's gonna be something worthwhile. It's gonna literally save lives. But like I said, I'm not just giving that away unless you DM me on Instagram or something like that. I talk to you. But like I said, man, this world is crooked. It's a crazy place, and all I want to do is chop up game, chop up information. That's all I want to do, Chosen One. All I want to do is share information. All I want to do is share information. You have to be very careful. Make sure ain't nobody listening. Today I'm cleaning my room a little bit more and more. A little more and more because for these last years I picked up a lot of stuff as I moved around and you know, souvenirs and stuff. I'm like, man, I got a lot of trash in here, throw away trash. TV and just like whole bed, everything really Chosen Ones is like to me is like you could feel the shift, like you could feel the what don't deserve to be with you no more, basically. The shedding of materials and stuff like that. Because God's going to give us a whole heap of new things. He wants you to have faith. There is no faith when you're holding on to stuff. You're clenching on, you're holding on, and life is beating the mess out of you. And you're like, man, what's going on? But you got on that old hoodie. You got on that old hat. I had this hat and this hoodie since early in last year. You know, same shoes, same luggage. Like, it's time for increase. And I know that God is doing it for me. I could tell, but I had to figure out how to move around too. Because a lot of things be trying to close on you and ensnare you and close in on you as soon as you about to take off. Things be like, nope, I'm about to just get him right at the door. I'm telling you, man, it's like within this last week, things been just cranking up, like more than I ever seen. Because guess what? The enemy can feel when you're about to elevate. And the enemy around you is like, man, I'm about to do everything I can to make this person not, see that day. Because people ego, they be thinking that you gonna throw it in their face or laugh, or they just in general just don't want to lose. Like in general, like I don't want to, because typically your success is gonna bring something to another person. Vice versa too. Like you not succeeding is probably going to give them more time or whatever. I don't know what the matrix is made up out of type of teeter-totter situations. You know what I'm saying? Life is a game to be played. So this is why I said I'm trying to give y'all this game. But I think that the game should be sold and not told. Like certain things is just worth money. Like certain things that I found out. And I'm not even saying some of y'all might already be better than me at the thing that I'm trying to, kick. But I'm gonna give y'all a short summary. I'm not gonna give y'all the product, but I'm gonna give y'all a summary. You gotta set it up, Chosen Ones, to where you have to move calculated. And when I say calculated, and I'm talking in every way possible, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Now, I know a lot of y'all saying, duh, like, what do you mean? I'm saying every room in life is space. Every room, like I'm giving y'all the psyche and how I'm thinking. If I thought like this the whole time, I think I would have been further, but I'm happy I got it regardless because it's helping me in the moment. All I could do is worry about today and tomorrow. Chosen Ones. Every room that you walk into and that you're living in right now, start to look at the rooms as start to see them as rooms, like not like a room 1, room 2, like start to number them in your mind. Why do I say do that? Because for each room that you walk into, or each house, or each building, or each apartment, or each city, or neighborhood, or state, look at it all as rooms. Like what I mean by that is, in my notes, I'm looking at it like rooms, because what I'm saying is that each room requires a different energy, a different mindset, Each room requires a difference in a certain amount of things that you have to bring to the table to survive that room. Because each room is like a fish tank. You're like a fish. Each room is like a fish tank. So once I leave out my bedroom and I walk into the living room, I'm no longer in room one. I'm in room two, which is the living room. And room two is more of an intersection with me, my mom, and her boyfriend, whatever. And that's three people territory, or the bathroom is, and when I say put it in the rooms, room two could be two different things. So room one is my room, then room two is the bathroom and the living room, because that's all connected, kind of, the open space. Room three is what the whatever you want it to be. It just expand further and further. Then you go to section two, which is room one to be the hallway. It'll be the side doors. It'll be the porches. Then section C will be the neighborhood, the park, the store, the street. Then D will be the city, which will be, you got to break that down into rooms, because every room in the dictionary just means space. Everything is space. Nothing ain't space. Nothing ain't space. So everything is space, chosen one. So if everything is space, then you have to know as a human and have these real talks with yourself, like, what is it that I need in each room? Because if I'm lacking anything, this is what's going to make you an adult versus enmeshed with other people and codependent. Because once you crack every room and you say, okay, I'm mastering every room I'm walking in, every city, every neighborhood. I know how to go there, and I know how to be what I need to be in order to survive and live and thrive in them rooms. Because if I master one city, every city the same, as far as how you're going to hold up in that specific, Of course, the rules vary, different laws and rules in different cities, but I'm just saying, like, chosen ones, if you want to have a fun day, and I'm going to end the video on this. What I meant by earlier when I said my days are always going to be fun, because it's not that I've ever been a boring person. It's not that I've ever been a weak person. It's not that I've ever been anything of the above of a negative. Because whenever I went to a school, I remember I went to a school in New Hampshire. All the girls was on me. Teachers, I'm flirting with all the teachers. Like, everybody, I had girls talking to me. I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, they're like, you're so popular. Da da da. I'm like, oh really? I didn't even really, never was really looking at it like that. But when she said it, I'm like, yo, everybody do kind of, you feel me? So, like, I'm just saying, like, when they put me in a different fish tank, why is it I'm winning? Why is it that I'm winning? But see, chosen ones, as I matured, I realized that winning wasn't just women liking you and popularity. I realized that it's totally dependent on different things. I realized that chosen ones I realized that what I had realized was that this chosen ones was that happiness, wholeness, safety, fun, pleasure, certain elements, chosen ones, makes you extremely chosen. And they're basic elements. And what I'm saying is that if you can't master the rooms, you can't win. Because you have to move. You have to move in such a way, chosen ones, that you protect your energy, your vibe, and everything. You know the typical things you need to protect. And so what I'm saying is that if I had the mindset I just told you, to departmentalizing things in rooms, even if I had that when I went to, school in New Hampshire, I still probably would have flirted, got in trouble, did this and that, but I still probably would have, because at the end of the day, look at it like this. Even today, let me look at it like this. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning, 12, probably going on 1 or something. I don't know. I got goals for every day. Chosen ones. I got goals for every day. What does that mean? That means that I have to look at what it is that I need to do to make my day better today. Not tomorrow, not tonight, not tomorrow. Nothing different than right now in the moment. But see, the devil will always want you to think either. The devil always want to halt you, halt your life, halt your existence, halt your fun, halt your thoughts, they want to halt you. You know what I'm saying? They want to pause the situation to the point where you feel highly insecure and you feel like you're being watched, or you feel like you're being, like, you feel me? Situations aren't elevating you. But like I said, you're going to elevate based on the way you think and the way you move. If you don't think and move right, then life is going to move against the grain. And it's going to do it anyway. That's the part that's crazy. So I'm telling y'all, the type of mind frame, because guess what? It's not cool, chosen ones, to just hang around and linger around. Life is going to be moving quicker than that. You can't hang around and linger around. That's all trouble. Ain't nothing but trouble. Like, I tried that already. I told y'all before I came up with this, I just really came up with this, but it was like I was still moving around out here, but I had a lot more jet lag, a lot more lingering energy, a lot more like, okay, I'm about to go to the store right now. I'm going to sit in front of the store, wait for the bus to come. And if the bus, I just be chilling kind of like, but I'm in life, I'm living life, but I'm still just kind of relaxed. Chosen ones, now I see it as far as like, nah, you got to kind of like, okay, you got to be the type of person to where people can't even really get a grip of you psychologically. They can't even never psychologically be like, okay, I know what he's probably doing right now. Can't let them think that thought. Even if they think it, and even if they right, that got to be the only time that they right. Because what are you doing? You're constantly evolving. Even me making this video right now, I'm not doing nothing, but I'm doing something. So technically, in my 24 hours, chosen ones, this is where your power is in your 24. And I'm fasting right now, I'm trying. But what I'm saying is that the more stuff you stacking up and doing, the more of an investment you're making, and Satan don't want you to peep that. He wanna make it to where you're not even looking at that. He wanna make it to where you're only looking at what might go wrong. Because if you're staring at what might go right too much, chosen ones, your life really gonna go right, bro. Like, it's really gonna go right. And that's what they don't want you to know. That's what they try to cover up. Because if you see that and you move like that, then it's tough for them, because you're elevating. You're advancing. Keep good, positive people in your ear. You know what I'm saying? Keep good motivation. When you see somebody, look, chosen ones. If you a real chosen one, at this point, you could look at somebody and two people hanging out outside together. You could look at them and you could be like, man, I ain't hanging with that type of crowd. You can look and you can see the thing that ain't right as soon as you look. This is why you got the enemy so mad right now, because you could look. Whereas though when you was younger, you could see it then. But you was just too young to really manipulate your surroundings and move and dominate your own surroundings like a real man or a real woman. You couldn't do it like a woman or a man. You could only do it like a boy or a girl. So guess what? Life happened, but guess what? And at this point, chosen ones, you can get your psyche up. You know, you can get your mind is your a muscle. Like you could get your mind could, you know what I'm saying, could get you to different levels that people won't even be able to understand. Like, yo, okay, I thought he was in the city with us, and now he got this job, he got this LLC, he got this, he just got all this, and it's only been a month. How he get up? Because he was, look, you thought he was just in room one. He was in room one, two. He was, look, I just said to myself earlier, chosen ones, I said, every time you have a problem, all you got to do is add up the rooms to the equation to the problem. If my problem is, okay, I don't feel like sleeping in the house with my mom right now. It's getting too dramatic. She's starting to go by my door and do extra stuff. Well, in your neighborhood, you should have either a friend or a shorty that is in neighborhood room 3 or room 1, actually. That would be room 1. But what I'm saying is, it ain't even the fact that they got to let you spend the night or anything. You could go over there and chill, chosen ones. You go over there and lay back, chill. Go over there and sit down. Chosen ones, go over there and lay down and chill. Play the game for 10, I was about to say 10 minutes. Play the game for what? 4 hours. You might fall asleep on the couch, whatever. But then you get up and you go home, quote unquote home, quote unquote chosen one home. Because a lot of y'all homes ain't really a home, man. Like, let's think about it. You dictate what a home really is. And if it ain't balance and harmony in there, then you could call it what you want. But is that really what it is? We could call anything anything. That's what people gotta realize. If it ain't friendly, if it ain't giving you that energy that you need, if it ain't fulfilling you, is it necessarily home? It's probably not 9 times out of 10. Then you need to do everything you could do, chosen ones, to elevate. This is why I gave y'all the room, I don't know what to call it. I'm gonna come up with a name for it. The room something. Room segment. I think that's what I call it. The room segment. I don't know, man, but it's just psychologically thinking of it a different way and viewing it a different way, so you can just lose that fear that you got about moving around. Because I know a lot of y'all feel like y'all stuck in one room. Like in your room, you go out into the living room, that somebody's in there bothering you. You go out into the porch, and you don't know who you gonna run into. You go over here, you go over there. Like, it's just like people talk about something called gang stalking. I don't. I guess that's what's going on too. But like whatever you want to call it, it's just people in general who are negative versus people in general who are and will always be positive. And then on top of that, chosen ones, you really can't depend on not one, even if they positive. What I found, chosen ones, the only people who are truly positive, they got nothing to do with being negative or positive. They got everything to do with being on the same frequency as me. It ain't really about negative or positive, because it could be somebody in jail, it could be somebody in church, and you could find a person who you completely understand you, and then you could find a heap of people who gonna be like, you're gonna be like, man, I'm getting the same energy I was getting outside of church with these folks. It just is what it is. With me specifically, no matter where I go, I feel like I always do good away from my hometown. I feel like in everybody's hometown, I feel like it's just something different for them. Like I can't say everybody, but I feel like just depends on who you are and where you from. Like I feel like, but no matter where you're at, that room segment could work for you because people don't gotta like you for you to be moving into rooms that you already know, and because you experienced it, once you frequent something, you gain confidence. Like, okay, bet this is going on. I'm about to go on the porch. I'm about to go to room blank blank, and I'm gonna just sit there for 5, 15 minutes. I might even go back to my room after that, but I moved around. The key chosen ones is to move around, and then you feel a little better because guess what? You're not allowing life to happen to you just by making them little movements. And you go out on the porch, you make a video, a YouTube video. You needed that 15 minutes. You ain't even know it. You needed it. It was simple, but it was complex. You really need to take out the trash, but you ain't, you know what I'm saying? It's just a different way of viewing your life. Like you could be anywhere and do it. You could be living in the suburbs up in the mountains, or you could be living in the projects, bro. It don't matter where you at, because when you break it down into rooms, one, you don't gotta be in it long, because you're breaking it. You're looking at it different, so you don't gotta stay in anything you don't want to be in, but you want to go check it out and then fall back quickly. Just check it out, because chosen ones, as a chosen one, you gotta protect your energy anyway. It just don't matter where you're at. Don't matter where you go. You gotta protect your energy no matter what. That's just life. That's just life. Like, even if we lived in the woods, out in nature, even if we lived in the woods, like, and this was like before caveman, this was caveman days, chosen ones, your energy means everything to you. And I'm gonna try to figure out videos on how we can enhance and just, deal with energy, because I feel like, man, I don't talk about that enough. Because if you're going in and out of different rooms, your energy, man, listen, you have to be able to be suitable energetically. That's it. It ain't about nothing else but that. It ain't nothing else but that, man. All my life, somebody can't bully me because my energy. It ain't even because I'm skinny, whatever. My energy. If my energy was a certain way, they couldn't do nothing. Period. Why? Because that's science. They can't even think on why they can't do nothing, because it's science. You ain't about to outsmart science. That's why Floyd Mayweather, he's mad short, but if you walk in the room, you're already gonna feel the energy that he not soft. But they try to soften the chosen ones up. But I'm giving y'all some game every time, because the chosen ones can't be stopped. Because guess what? It's all about the psychological warfare. It's all about the way you think. It's all about the way you move. And you could prepare yourself for every room. Because once you walk into that next room that you know that you're about to walk into, like I said, you got to also tell yourself, what am I here for? I was talking to a girl yesterday. I'm like, man, why is it so easy to not like go nowhere with her? She's so good at making guys just not be able to penetrate and like talk to her and stuff. Like, I'm like, yo, I had to sit back and ask myself, what do I want? What do I want? What do I want from her? Like, as I set up, huh? My what? Huh? Oh, that? Nah. I mean, it don't matter. I'm making a video. So I had to ask myself yesterday, like, what is it that, I see? I was out there earlier. I left I got like a little bag, the bags you started wearing with the little purse looking bags. I got a green one. It was cheap. I got it from like the dollar store. But I found that, scummaging through stuff because guess what? I'm cleaning up because I'm looking at it the way I'm telling you how to look at it as far as rooms go. And that bag might be useful to be able to hold some stuff while I'm moving around through them rooms. Because anything that you got around you is a prop, bruh. Like in a video game, it's a prop. Like take that. You might put some water in there. You might put your wallet. You might put, just you can move swiftly to that next room. Think in terms of what all the stuff I need just to move to this next room. Don't think too far about the next town, the next state, next room. Because guess what? Every room, like I said. But like I bring it back to that girl. I was like, what am I talking to her for? And then once I cleaned that up, I wrote it down. I'm gonna keep it 100. I said, and I'm talking to her so I could show her why she should be talking to me. And when I wrote that to myself, it gave me crystal clear. It changed the way I felt. I'm gonna put it like that. Sometimes we be trying to figure it, but it's you gotta see it so it changed who you are in the situation. So you could just simply start doing it, going about it in a more you gain more compassion, you gain more swag and gain more, and I was able to move a little bit more, less needy, less thirsty. It just balanced. Like I'm just saying, every room you bring, you gotta bring balance to it. Simple. This is not how you probably lived the first portion of your life, chosen ones, but this is how you about to have to live because you're not a kid no more. So it's like you gotta be on point. If you're not adding to something, you're typically taking away from it, and then things are gonna go bad for you. So you gotta have a mind frame in every room. What's your mind frame? What's your mind frame in every room? Because you can't look, it's not going backwards. If I'm in this room, that means I was in this room. That means once I'm in that room, I gotta have a mindset. Because I can't let life happen to me. I gotta be always happening. Know how they ask you what's happening? Yeah, I'm happening. Always. Simple. Because guess what? We have too many discouragers around us, chosen ones. Your psyche is on the line. You can't be discouraged. I'm about to end this video, but you can't be discouraged because at the end of the day, what is it good for? It's only discouragement is cancer. Discouragement is the scourge of the earth. Discouragement is the thing that's going to make you start questioning things that have nothing to do with you doing the thing that you already knew that you could do and should do easily. Like it's easy, but you got to slow down and just do it from your own perspective versus shared perspectives. You always got somebody trying to share their perspective with you. They might do it unconsciously, but they doing it. You got to be conscious of that though. 95% of people that you grew up around was trying to get you to see life exactly. No, like we don't, as an adult, that's only going to put me in bondage. That's exactly what it's going to do because how do I know that the way you think is best for me? It might be best for you, but how is it best for the both of us? It can't be. And because it can't be, chosen ones, I know that I have to keep my perspectives crystal untouched. They can't be touched. That's the first thing people are going to try to do to you. They're going to try to strip away the way you see something. Because the way you see it, it might just be perfect, but people not trusting the way you seeing it because they don't feel like that. They feel like, hey, if I trust what this person think, then I'm going to have to switch up my whole program. So I'm quicker to drop a friendship, drop a situation quicker because I'm not about to change. If you feel like you need for me to change the way I view life, unless you telling me something that I feel like is like, how can I say, good for the both of us. Put it like that. If it's good for the both of us, then I can't really be mad. I can't take a stance on if it's good for the both of us. And it ain't too many people chose the ones who got that type of psyche to actually know what's good for the both of y'all. They either gonna think what's good for them or what's good for you. They not good at seeing the both. So if they can't think like that, then I can't accept it, because one, I don't want nobody else thinking for me. And two, I don't want someone who's trying to act like they're helping me when they really think about themselves. So both of those are things I can't accept. So like I said, chosen ones, you have to be your own explorer. You have to explore terrain. You have to explore terrain. Like the happiest moments in my life is when I'm exploring the terrain myself and I'm stumbling across things. And then there might be some danger, but then it's a whole lot of fun. And then it's a whole lot of, because at the end of the day, you could be not exploring no terrain at all. And the danger could come straight to you anyway. And then you be looking worse, because guess what? You wasn't even taking no risks enough to even, you wasn't even squeezing the toothpaste out of life like a toothpaste canister. You wasn't even getting all that toothpaste out of it you could have got that could have got you to that next level quicker, so that you could have been able to maneuver, because you was not moving in a way that was intelligent for self. It's all about how you gonna move. Like right now, even me taking steps back and forth, it feel good, because I know even if I would say I'm gonna stay in my room all day, but I'm using the room, I'm moving, I'm using it the right way. So when I lay down, I'm like, okay, I was just moving, okay, I'm cool. But if I'm just laying in the bed, it's two different alchemies. It's two different things. Like, and I'm just saying, you will never understand what I'm telling y'all right now. I'm gonna stay with this program I created called Room, uh, whatever. But I need for y'all to grasp it if y'all can. If y'all can't, cool. We're gonna have more topics. But I'm just saying, this is brilliant because, like I said, it's even outside. We call it a room outside too, because it's all just room. It's space. Everything is room. Like, and at the end of the day, we don't share room, chosen ones. That's what they try to do to us. They try to make it so you share rooms with people. You don't share rooms, because space is not limited to the person who is actually aggressive and assertive. They try to take away your assertion. I'm assertive. They try to make it seem like I'm not assertive, but guess what, chosen ones? Where there's a will, there's a way. So they try to make it to where you don't feel like there's a way. But guess what? I always see the way, because if I don't see it, I'm going to make one. Straight up. That's the difference between a survivor and somebody who sit there and let life stumble them over, is that they don't make a way. And when life see that you the type of person that you make ways when there is no way, life going to say, okay, bet. This person, we need to it's either going to go two ways. They either going to help you or they're going to hurt you. But guess what, chosen ones? They're going to help you, because guess what? You don't need approval. If you don't need approval, you reign over everything every time. See, it's approval that rules the world. It's approval. You don't need approval, because approval is against your nature anyway. Especially if you're a man, like approval ain't really approval at that point. But chosen ones, like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video, and let me know. This video gonna be titled. I had a good title in mind. It was like something like, "Here's how, chosen ones. Uh, here's how you dominate your realm." I'm gonna call it that. See y'all in the next video, man. I'm out.